14.2, product of powers. When we talk about powers, there are 3 different properties that we have to remember that will help us in simplifying our expressions. And here they are. We have product of powers property. That's when you have the same base that you're multiplying together, and each of those bases have a different exponent. A to the m, a to the n, ends up being a to the m plus n. So over here, if you have 4 squared times 4 cubed, it ends up being 4 to the 5th power because 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, that's product of powers property. The power of a power property is when you have a base raised to an exponent and then all of that raised to another exponent. So a to the m, all of that to the n. That means you can just simplify it as a to the m times n. Just multiply those together. So 4 to the 6th, all of that cubed would be 6 times 3, which is 18. Then you have power of a product property, which is a times b to the m. You can rewrite that as a to the m times b to the m. And over here, numerical example is 3 to the 5th times 2 to the 5th, right? So in your notes, I need for you to write down each of those properties: product of powers, power of a power, and power of a product. Okay, so let us go through a few examples. Here we have product of a power. We know we can write -5 to the 1 or first power, right? Times -5 to the 6th. This is product of powers, so we're just going to simply add our exponents. 1 plus 6. That means it's -5 to the 7th. Over here, x is our base, so we can do 3 plus 7, which is 10. Okay, so for these ones, just want you to keep your answer as a power. Okay, finding a power of a power. That means you have one base raised to a power and all that raised to another. So for this one, 3 to the 4th to the 3rd is the same thing as saying 3 to the 4 times 3, 3 to the 12th. Remember, in this situation, we multiply our exponents. So we're going to multiply our exponents there too. So it's simply just w to the 20th. Okay, finding a power of a product. And on this one, we can simplify our constant or our coefficient just to make it look a little cleaner. So on this one, we know power of a product property says that this one here is the same thing as saying 2 to the 3rd times x to the 3rd. 2 to the 3rd is the same thing as 8, so our answer would be 8x cubed. Over here, same thing. 3 squared times x squared times y squared is 9, x squared, y squared. Okay, when we write these out, we try to get rid of our multiplication sign just to make it look a lot cleaner. Okay, time for you to do 6 practice problems. All right, just a couple hints on these practice problems. This one is product of powers property. So that means with a product, that means we know we have to do z to the 1, and we're going to add our exponents there. Same thing here, we're going to add our exponents there because we have the same base and we're multiplying. Here we have power of a power. So in that one, we know we need to multiply. Again, same thing with this one, power of a power, so multiply. And then this one is power of a product, meaning it can be 5 to the 4th, y to the 4th. You can simplify that number out and end up with something, y to the 4th. And then the same thing, you've got to apply to the 5th power to both the a and b. And that is it for 14.2.